Today, we're going to dive into a concept from a guy named Earl Nightingale. And look, it sounds incredibly simple, but it has the power to completely reshape your life. It all boils down to one powerful, strange idea. So before this is all over, one of two things is going to happen. You're either going to start to feel really, really uncomfortable, or you're going to have one of those light bulb moments that just changes how you see your life from this point on. Okay, so here it is, the strangest secret. You become what you think about most of the time. Now, let's really break that down because it's crucial. It's not what you occasionally wish for. It's not what you tell your friends you want. It is the dominant thought that you let occupy your mind, day in and day out. So why is an idea this simple considered so dangerous? Well, because its simplicity is a direct attack on all of our favorite excuses. I mean, think about it. If this is really true, then all of a sudden, you can't blame your parents for where you are. You can't blame the economy or bad luck or what happened in your past. If your life isn't what you want it to be, this secret forces you to look in one and only one place, the mirror. And that right there is exactly why most people hear this and just reject it. A truth like this is incredibly uncomfortable because it closes all the emergency exits and leaves you with complete and total responsibility. So to help make this whole thing click, Nightingale used this absolutely brilliant analogy. He said, just picture your mind as a farm. A farm is completely impartial, right? It doesn't care about your feelings, where you came from, or what your intentions are. If you plant wheat seeds, you're going to get wheat. If you plant weed seeds, or you plant nothing at all and just let things go, you get weeds. Your mind works on the exact same principle. It will grow whatever thoughts you plant in it, positive or negative. It doesn't judge. So let's be honest for a second. What kind of weed seeds are you planting every day? Maybe without even realizing it. Thoughts of fear about the future. Doubts about whether you can really pull something off. The simple habit of complaining. Or that little voice inside your head that's always telling you you're not good enough. These are the seeds. And the life you're living right now, that's the harvest. Now, this leads us straight to what Nightingale called the 95% problem, and it pretty much explains why so few people ever really achieve what they say they want in life. Nightingale noticed that a staggering 95% of people never achieve any kind of real, lasting success. But it's not because they aren't smart, and it's not because they don't work hard. The reason is actually much, much simpler. They don't have a clear goal. They don't have a specific wheat seed to plant in the first place. If you ask most people what they want, you get these fuzzy, vague wishes. You hear things like, oh, I want more money, or I want to be successful, or I just want to be happy. Look, those are not goals. They're feelings. A real goal is a specific, clearly defined target that your mind knows exactly how to aim for. And here's the kicker. Most people, on some level, actively avoid getting that clear. Because if you set a crystal clear, specific goal, and you don't hit it, well, there's nobody left to blame, is there? That clarity just vaporizes all the excuses. Okay, and this is the part that can be a little tough to swallow. This law isn't something you need to decide to start using. It's already working in your life, right now, with absolute precision. Just look at the evidence around you. Your current income, your daily habits, your average stress level, how much confidence you feel on a daily basis. None of these things are random. They are the direct physical harvest of your most dominant and repeated thoughts. So this brings us to the two fundamental states you can be in, because there is no neutral ground. You are either intentionally building your future by choosing your thoughts, or you are unconsciously destroying it by letting random negative thoughts take over. So how do we actually do this? How do we apply it? Well, Nightingale gave us a simple but brutally effective formula to take control of this whole process. First, you have to decide with absolute clarity what it is you want. No more vague wishes. Second, you have to force yourself to think about that specific goal every single day. Third, you got to take some kind of action toward it daily, no matter how small it seems. And fourth, and this is the hardest part, you have to do all this regardless of your mood, your fear, or all the excuses your mind is going to throw at you. And this brings us to maybe the most important takeaway of all. Real, lasting success doesn't come from waiting for these fleeting moments of motivation. It comes from the relentless, unemotional, day in and day out application of mental discipline. So in the end, you see, the strangest secret, well, it was never really a secret at all. This isn't about luck or fairness. It's a fundamental law of our existence, just like gravity. Ultimately, it all comes down to this. Your life is a perfect mirror reflecting what's going on in your mind. And if you want to change the reflection, you can't just try to change the mirror. You have to change what it's reflecting. If nothing changes on the inside, absolutely nothing is going to change on the outside. Period. So, this all leaves us with one final and very personal question. Starting right now, are you going to consciously choose the thoughts you plant in your mind? Or are you going to let random thoughts and outside circumstances choose your future for you? Because that decision is already shaping your tomorrow.